Hey guys, Nether King here again, and I'm back for another Triple V game, but this time it's actually going to record, and it's actually working. This is Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Now, this is definitely one of their older games. You can tell by the way Darth Malak looks. And this game has actually been a really interesting game, and a really fun game. So I'm going to jump into a new game. And who am I going to be? Do I want to be a scoundrel, scout, or soldier? I think I'm actually a soldier in my own game. So I'm going to be a... Let's be a scout. That sounds interesting. Let's go ahead and make our character. First is the portrait. That one's pretty good. Attributes. We're going to just recommended. Which that works for me. Skills. Recommended again. Computer use, demolitions, awareness, repair, treat injury. I think if we take off one demolitions... Let's see, one demolitions and one treat injury, we can go one security and work with that. Feats, we're going to... Calling have been granted, armor, light and medium, flurry, implant level 1, rapid shot, weapon blasters, melee weapons. Alright, so we have one remaining feat. Reduces the penalty of wielding a double-bladed weapon or two weapons. That would be nice. +1 to demolitions and stealth. +1 to persuade awareness and treat injury. +1 to security, repair, and computer use. That one would be useful. Let's go with that. Let's go with +1 to secure, repair, and computer use. We are going to go ahead and put in our name. There we go. There's our name. And we are going to get into this. Now, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic is a great game. I'm going to try to not interrupt the cinematics, but I think they don't actually record because my frames per second number has disappeared. So I'm pretty sure that they don't record anyway, the cinematics. But if they do, I'm sorry for talking over it. Basically, it's the Star Wars scroll if it's not playing. It's the Star Wars scroll. It says Knights of the Old Republic and then gives a little description of what's been going on. So we're actually going to skip that because it doesn't look like it was recording.
We've been ambushed by a Sith battle fleet. The Endar Spire is under attack. Hurry up, we don't have much time. I'm Trask Olgo, ensign with the Republic fleet. I'm your bunkmate here on the Endar Spire. We work opposite shifts. I guess that's why you haven't seen me before. Now hurry up. We have to find Bastila. We have to make sure she makes it off the ship alive.
But who's Bastila?
Bastila is the commanding officer on the Endar Spire. Well, not an officer, really. But she's the one in charge of this mission. One of our primary duties is to guarantee her survival in the event of an enemy attack. You swore an oath just like everyone else on this mission. Now it's time to make good on that oath. I heard what everyone's saying about you. You've explored the farthest reaches of the galaxy. You've visited planets I've never even heard of. People with your skills and abilities are hard to find. It's no wonder the Republic recruited you for this mission. But now's the time to prove yourself. I know you're a scout and not a soldier. But Bastila needs all troops at her side during this attack.
Now, those two parts right there were actually different. The part about exploring all the planets that he hasn't seen, the ad part, and the part about being a scout, those were actually different from when I went through as a soldier. He said different things. So it's good that there's a little bit of change of path there.
So hurry up and grab your gear. You need to suit up so we can get out of here.
Okay. Now, this game looks a little confusing because of all the buttons up here. It's not. It's not that bad. Basically, you can use WASD, A and D turn, W and S go forward and backwards. You can click to grab stuff. There is a blaster pistol and a short sword, which you can only use one type of weapon at a time. So basically, I can have the blaster pistol in one hand, and even though the short sword could go in my other hand for like two-hand, because it's a sword and not a blaster, it can't. So that's fine. Put on some clothes. I do have an implant, which gives Constitution 1.
Okay, let's move out. We should stick together. You'll have more success with a party than on your own.
Trask joined the party. Okay, so we click on him. He's already in the party.
Because of the attack, this room is in lockdown. But don't worry, I've got the override codes. You'll have to use me to unlock the door.
Okay. Or... yep. Alright, so basically we just click on his portrait down here in the corner, and we click on the door.
Now that the door is open, you better take the lead again.
And it switches back to us anyway. Now... yeah. See, now that says S, W, C, and Z. The keys are actually WASD. So I'm not sure why it says those. Oh, that's because C and Z actually go to each side. Whereas...
This is Cartel Nasty. The Sith are threatening to overrun our position. We can't hold out long against their firepower. All hands to the bridge!
That was Karth contacting us on our portable communicators. He's one of the Republic's best pilots. He's seen more combat than the rest of the Endar Spire's crew put together. If he says things are bad, you better believe it. We have to get to the bridge to help defend Bastila. There's a map of the Endar Spire and a copy of Karth's message in your electronic journal, just in case we get separated.
Let's move out. Okay, so you see this little thing up here? It means that there's a journal entry. You go over to journal, you can read the different things that are going on, and if you talk to people, you can get certain bits. So since I have a decent security level, new security.
These Sith must be the advanced boarding party for the Republic!
Oh, that poor guy. Okay, so the game actually pauses when you first see an enemy, which is very nice. It lets you choose what you're going to do next. Now, I'm actually going to use Rapid Shot, and you can actually just click on them for a normal hit, or normal shooting, whatever. That's fine. Go with a Rapid Shot, and then another normal. And you can press space again to unpause. Got him. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and pick up some remains. Any remains on these guys? Nope. Oh, that poor little droid. Oh no. Oh, that was mean. Those Sith are really evil. We'll just go ahead and do some rapid shots. Oh, whoop. I picked a different guy. There we go. You can press E to switch between the targets. There, we got him. There's some remains on this guy, actually. What does he got? Frag grenade. That's not bad. Oh. Okay, he doesn't have anything. Alright. Go ahead and open the footlocker. Short sword and long sword. Does it have an... and a combat suit. Hey, that's some armor. So we are going to go ahead and press I for inventory. But that is party inventory. We want personal inventory. Yeah, sorry about this. You have to go through all of them to get rid of the tool tips. There we go. Equipment. I don't have another blaster, but I do have a combat suit for extra defense. Didn't I? Well, I've got a long sword and 2 short swords. I could go melee, but I think for the sake of this, I'm going to stay ranged. There's a metal box here with a med pack in it. Oh, your med packs and stuff are down here. And the adrenals actually give you a bonus to whatever stats. Med packs will obviously heal you. Like, look, I'm at about half health right now. I just take a med pack. It heals me for 4. Come back up. That guy got exploded. Here. No. Let's aim for the middle guy. Clear that. Can we aim for the middle guy? There we go. And toss a frag. Yeah! And it's good! Oh, there's one more guy who just came around the corner. Rapid shot him. Got him. Now my guy isn't the best shot yet. That's because, well, just started. You can actually level that up and stuff, so don't worry about it. No remains down there, but I am going to take the remains off of these guys. Because, ooh, a poison grenade. That's interesting. Any more remains? Now, at least the remains look like ammo belts, and not like, well, bodies. I mean, they do look like bodies, but when the bodies despawn, it doesn't look like a skeleton. That poor little droid. Some parts out of the parts pile. These poor droids, they just keep getting blown up.
It's a dark Jedi! This light is too much for us! We better stay back! All we do is get in the way!
Yeah, if you don't have a lightsaber, you want to stay out of that.
That was one of the Jedi accompanying Bastila. Damn, they could have used her help.
No, she got blown up. Let's just nade these guys. And... easy. Aw, that poor Jedi. Vibration cell. That is actually for a vibroblade. Because you can actually modify weapons in this. That actually comes later though, so I will show you it later. Oh, if you guys want me to keep doing this game, and I would love to do a playthrough for you guys, just a full playthrough, go ahead and comment down below, because I would love to do a playthrough for you guys. This door's broken, that was the door that the droid was on, and then it got blown up. We'll go through to the bridge.
The bridge is just beyond that door. You better equip your melee weapon. There isn't much room on the bridge, and it's suicide to use a blaster in close quarters. I should equip a melee weapon, too. Either that or I'll have to stay back and use my blaster.
Okay. Well, on that note, I am going to use the short swords because they give the balanced perk, which means that there is a hit penalty. There's a hit penalty for using 2 weapons. 2 of any weapon. But if they have the balanced thing, I mean, it reduces the penalty. Or I'm actually just going to go with a longsword because it has an extra 2 hit. And it does more damage. It does a lot more damage. So, I'm going to go ahead and use this longsword. And I'm going to flurry after I do a normal hit. He's still using his blaster pistol, even though we're on the bridge.
Bastila's not here on the bridge. They must have retreated to the escape pods. We better head that way too. The Sith want Bastila alive, but once she's off the ship, there's nothing stopping them from blasting the Endar Spire into galactic dust.
Yeah. So he gets kind of dramatic. He was still using his blaster, even though we're on the bridge, and he told me not to. So, I mean... yeah. Get items. We're going to go ahead, and we are going to go back to the blaster pistol, because I enjoy it a little bit more. Oh! We do have a level up, which is good. I'm going to go ahead and take it, because I want to put back my point and treat injury. Oh! That's right, I've got 3 points. So I'm going to put another point in demolitions again, also, and 1 more point in security. As for feats, I could do the 2-hand, which reduces the penalty of 2 weapons, or a double-bladed weapon. I could get critical strike. Where is actually... there's sniper shot, power blast, power attack, proficiency heavy, 1 vitality point every time they level up, and using single one-handed weapons, gain +1 to attack and defense. I want +1 attack bonus with blaster pistols, so let's go ahead and get that, and accept. Alright. And you can also level up your companion characters too, how you want them. I usually just press auto level up on those guys because, well, they're the computer controlled. I don't want to mess it up for them.
Damn, another Dark Jedi! I'll try to hold him off. You get to the escape pods. Go!
Well, he's dead. Yeah, I'm guessing that he's dead. So, let's just have a look about the room. It's always a good idea to look about the room. Trask has bought you time, so that is the way that he just went. We're gonna go over to the starboard section.
This is Cartho Nassi on your personal communicator. I'm tracking your position through the Endar Spire's life support systems. Bastila's escape pod is away. You're the last surviving crew member on the Endar Spire. Now, I can't wait for you much longer. You have to get to the escape pods.
Okay. So we have to get to the escape pods. We just have to. Let's go ahead and take some rapid shots. We're the only guy now, so we have to defeat all the enemies. About. Got him. He's got some remains. Thank you. Go through the door. Have you ever noticed that a lot of Star Wars things dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge. Go ahead and take a rapid shot.
Be careful.
Got him.
There's a whole squad of Sith troopers on the other side of that door. You need to find some way to thin their numbers. You could reprogram the damaged assault droid to help you, if you have enough repair parts. Or you could use computer spikes to slice into the terminal and use the Endar Spire's security systems against the Sith.
Well, I could do either one of those. Let's see. But which one of my skills is better? Oh, whoop. There we go. Skill rank 4. So computers, I have a 7. Security, I have a 4. Oh, repair is 7. Security is 4. So since repair is higher, I'm probably going to go with the droid. Reactivate the droid. Engage. Engage. Leave it alone. Because that droid is now going to go through the door. And he's going to help me beat some Sith. That droid is doing wonders. I'm not sure where my guy just ran to because I didn't tell him to run there, but that droid was amazing. He completely destroyed all of them. Hey, an ion blaster and a prototype vibroblade. There we go. That prototype vibroblade can use the vibration cell that I had found.
You've made it just in time. There's only one active escape pod left. Come on, we can hide out on the planet below. I'm a soldier with the Republic, like you. We're the last 2 crew members left in the Endar Spire. Bastila's escape pod's already gone, so there's no reason for us to stick around here and get shot by the Sith. Now, come on. There'll be time for questions later.
Well, let's go ahead and grab an escape pod. Which one is still here? Oh, okay, there it is. To the escape pod. Now, you probably can't see this playing, but the escape pod jettisoned and the ship blew up. And now we've landed on some kind of city planet. So you probably couldn't see any of that, but that is what happened. So we're waking up. Well, having a bad dream anyway. Having a vision. A vision of Bastila fighting a Sith Jedi. You guys probably can't see this either because, again, my frames per second went away. So I'm sorry that you can't see the cinematics, but yeah, I'm just sorry that you guys can't see the cinematics.
Good to see you up instead of thrashing about in your sleep. You must have been having one hell of a nightmare. I was wondering if you were ever going to wake up. I'm Karth, one of the Republic soldiers from the Endar Spire. I was with you in the escape pod. Do you remember?
Strange dream, like a vision.
You took a serious blow to the head. You're probably having all kinds of strange dreams. I wouldn't worry too much about it. You've been slipping in and out of consciousness for a couple of days now, so I imagine you're pretty confused about things. But try not to worry. We're safe. At least for the moment. We're in an abandoned apartment on the planet of Terrace. We were banged up pretty bad when our escape pod crashed, but luckily I wasn't seriously hurt. I was able to drag you away from our crash site and all the confusion, and I stumbled into this abandoned apartment. By the time the Sith arrived on the scene, we were long gone.
Guess I owe you my
You don't
life.
have to thank me. I've never abandoned anyone on a mission, and I'm not about to start now. Besides, I'm gonna need your help. Terrace is under Sith control. Their fleet is orbiting the planet, they've declared martial law, and they've imposed a planet-wide quarantine. But I've been in worse spots. I saw on your service records that you understand a remarkable number of alien languages. That's pretty rare in a raw recruit. But it should come in handy while we're stranded on a foreign world. There is no way the Republic will be able to get anyone through the Sith blockade to help us. If we're gonna find Bastila and get off this planet, we can't rely on anybody but ourselves.
She's the one from the Endar Spire, right?
That smack to your head did more damage than I thought. Bastila's a Jedi. She was with the strike team that killed Darth Revan, Malak's Sith Master. Bastila's the key to the whole Republic war effort. The Sith must have found out that she was on the Endar Spire and set an ambush for us in this system. I believe Bastila was on one of the escape pods that crashed down here in Terrace. For the sake of the Republic war effort, we have to try and find her.
Any idea where we should start looking?
While you were out, I did some scouting around. There are reports of a couple of escape pods crashing down into the Undercity. It's probably a good place to start. But the Undercity's a dangerous place. We don't want to go there unprepared, and it won't do Bastila any good if we go and get ourselves killed. Good idea. We can use this abandoned apartment as a base. We can probably get some equipment and supplies here in the upper city. Just remember to keep a low profile. I've heard some grim stories about the Dark Jedi interrogation techniques. They say the Force can do terrible things to a mind. It can wipe away your memories and destroy your very identity. But I figure if we don't do anything stupid, we should be okay. I mean, after all, they're looking for Bastila, not a couple of grunts like us. All right, soldier, let's move out.
Alright. So, I'm going to quickly show you guys what I meant by the whole... You can modify weapons. Use the workbench. I can obviously modify a melee. And I can upgrade this with its vibration cell to give it an extra damage. So, I will assemble it. And it's really simple. Really simple system for doing it. But I'm actually going to leave it there for today. If you guys want me to come back to this, go ahead and let me know, because I would love to come back to this for you guys. And this is going to be one of the Triple V videos because it actually works. It is definitely a vintage game. I mean, you can tell by the look, well, just looking at the characters. It's definitely a vintage game. It's a very old game. What I consider a vintage game is anything 10 plus years old, because the gaming industry moves so quickly that 10 plus years, well, 10 to 20 years is an old game. So I know it's not very correct of me to assume that those are vintage games, but it is how it is. Anyways, so I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm glad that this one worked, because this is one of the greater of the... This is one of the greater games that Star Wars has. There's also a couple of other ones that I wouldn't mind playing either, but I will have to buy them, because I have the discs, but the discs don't work. Not that they don't work with recording, they don't work for installing because they're kind of scratched up. And that is the Jedi Knight series. So, yeah, go ahead and comment down below if you want me to do a whole series of this. I wouldn't mind at all. In fact, I would love to. I'm probably going to anyway. But until next time, guys, see ya.